Hey there, folks. It's 6:36 a.m. Friday, November 16th. Friday, November 17th, 2017. Got lost in the sixes there. 6:36. Damn heart. 6 is the sum of your metaphysical abilities. 3 is about people getting together relative to like a gift, good times, but people coming together for good reason. About metaphysical gifts. Make sure everything's working. Yes, it is. Getting work done hard right now, so guys having more issues than necessary. I mean, than usual. Definitely more than necessary. Anyway, other sides, friends of mine, they work on my head. It gets better. Then they try to make it better. It gets worse. It's like, man, leave me alone. Can't attack them for trying to help, but they need to listen. Anyway, whatever. Creation. Understanding its problems and what the quick fixes are and what the final fixes are. So, understanding creation's faults, fixes, and final cures. And it's part of the how-to series. It's important for you to understand how this is going to happen. But it's also it's something that you don't have to do. I mean, you know, honestly, you can't. Ferrari's the coolest thing in the world, but can't move a ton of earth from one place to another. You need a big dump truck for that. That's all. When you understand and feel in your heart that nothing's any better than anything else, when you can finally accept that, your life will change just beyond limits. Excuse me. And you'll have a whole lot more help in what you're doing. It'll come through the field, all the lilies in and out. Anyway, so let's start covering this. So what's the matter with creation? Hell, you had a good day yesterday. Everything went well. So what's the matter? Where do you start? Creation was made to be past difficult, to be aggressively abusive on you. The original first being male and female made it like that so that they could literally grow your spirit, make it bigger, stronger, almost like, you know, weightlifters taking steroids, by giving you more and more difficulty at first, but no, actually at first it was blatant abuse. But they learned how to do it better. And it became more aggressive, throw a little joy in there, a little happiness, keep you from going insane. If there wasn't some happiness in your life, excuse me, everybody would be committing suicide at 10. That's done to attack, to abuse your spirit while it's stuck in the body and can't get out. And that makes it, when you grow out, when the body dies and you come out, instead of growing like this, from regular, you know, having a regular life, you come out and you grow like this, so you get bigger. And the reason for that is when you get on, when you leave the, after leaving the body the last time, you and your spirit mate get together. You were going to be put, the largest of you, was going to be put in a new universe. You're going to release a third of your energy, and then have all these little souls. Having lives like that creates abuse frequencies within you, and they were getting the original first being male and female, but getting ready to let loose all these, put all these large souls and other forms of spirit together, almost everything soul, but get a bunch of you and give each one of you your own universe and release a third of your energy into all these little teeny smaller parts of yourself with all these abuse frequencies in it, which is a cancer. It's a combination of cancer and insanity for you. So it had to be stopped. It was. Anyway, that's why creation is made the way it is. Physical bodies need physical nourishment. You have to destroy something and consume it to maintain your life. Animals eat animals. We eat animals. Sometimes we get eaten by animals. Excuse me. Even plants are living. The physical dimension, the third dimension right here, the physical dimension has major issues. It maintains the hardest form of abuse there is anywhere. It's like a training camp for you to go and get beat up hard, but you don't come out physically stronger and smarter. You come out stronger, but with real bad abuse frequencies in you. It's like the difference from having a good workout and then having to go to war, where it's so intense it, messes with you, period. So, ask any soldier that's been in war for a while. They'll tell you. So, the problem with creation is the way the abuse was set up. The way your lives are set up, the way creation was made to be abusive. Did you know that when you have a life in a Fey body, my energy is very strong. When I have a life in a Fey body, it's an energy body, but it's still a body, but it's not solid. I can live for a month. I can literally feed myself for a month on an apple that dropped from a tree and a thimble full of honey. For a month. In that much time, I can do whatever I want, plus help the planet, help take care of it, make a body solid enough to whatever, help with seeds and everything else, help it grow. That's how you maintain life, taking care of the planet, not destroying it. There are new bodies coming within 2,000 years. They're just energy bodies, like the Fae, but a little different. It's easier to see in and out of them. And that's what everyone's going to be in. When you come out of some of the stuff, by the way, is in the third book that I'm writing. When you come out of the body, you're going to go into, wait a minute, this that I'm telling you is just some of the stuff that's going to go in the third book. I said that backwards. Everyone has natural dyslexia, but for me, it's getting harder and harder to talk. I was talking with a bunch of folk this morning, with Sereni, this Serpoian, Eben Gray, Zeta Reticulum, She comes to visit us a lot, and Serenity comes to visit this. Millie comes to visit. She's her patient. They're like the Neantids, but just smaller. They like to cruise around space, fly around, have fun. And then Ta'ir, what they call a blue avian. He's a Neantid. He's been around a good while. He's very intelligent, compassionate, caring. And then also the Drock councilman talked about a lot of stuff. At the end of this video, I'll put a quick connect a link to the video for the Drock invasion coming. It's got a question mark and exclamation mark. They're coming to take something. It's an invasion, but not on us, on what's been messing with us. They're going to pop in, clean up what's left of the problems, and take off. It won't take that many ships. They're going to go everywhere at one time, bada boom, bada bam. Well, it won't be all in one moment, but it'll be surgical strikes. Anyway, creation was just made to be hard on you, to beat you up while you're in a body, to make you grow. And the whole idea of you being in a physical body, as far as the original first being male and female were concerned, is to make you grow, so that you could produce more beings. You'd be bigger. You could release more beings when it was time to put you and your spirit mate, together in that new universe, and have more prayer machines. That's what it was about. They've been beating the crap out of everything, abusing everything, putting everything through hell, to eventually build more praise machines for them, to celebrate their glory, their greatness. They're dead. Good riddance. I understand why they were that way. I feel sad, but you know what? Sorry, it's not allowed. So anyway, that's why creation was made so hard. Your lives are as hard as they can be without driving you totally insane while you're in a body, and sometimes that happens anyway. I remember hearing when I was a kid, God never gives you more than you can handle, so you don't worry about it, you just deal with it. Really? God never gives you more than you can handle? Okay, then tell me something. What the hell is suicide? Simple questions, simple answers, coming from a simple old man in overalls, waiting to finish this last life. This is my 220,000th life exactly on this planet. I've had over 10.846 trillion. I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest brother. Call me what you want, that's what I am. I like to just be known as the janitor. Prefer to do everything I can without, when everyone's gone, or behind the scenes, just do what I would need to do. That's what I want to do. It doesn't work like that when you're trying to wake up. Creation, the whole third dimension, second dimension. So that was the problem with creation, all the stuff we go through, wars, everything. It's been done to beat up your body. Animals have been abused so hard. Now because the animals are leaving. I've been saying I was going to take them when I go for a long time, and I will. All the animals and everywhere don't drop dead when I leave, but I'm taking a bunch with me, and in a short amount of time, they're all going to disappear. Slurp. That's enough of their abuse. Animal Essence came up to me a long time ago, out of body. Not, well, I'm talking to you as what I really am inside. I realized I'm attached to this body. I'm literally attached to it, and I'm talking through it, and that puts a little extra emotion into me over the way I normally am. All of us are like that. It's just being source. I have all the different fields, and I blend into the body. I can't help it. So, Animal Essence came up to me, and I already knew I had to get them out of bodies. They've always been abused more than anyone else. And they came up to me as a group and said, we want to stop having lives. This is when the original male and female was still here, folks. This is a long time ago. Long time ago. Well, let's just say over 100 billion years ago. 103 billion, maybe. Earth time. It's like they were saying, we got to get out of here. We can't, can't keep doing this. They were being forced in bodies. Till this life. So, I don't remember when that happened. 2011, 2012, something like that. I did a video on it that was on the old channel, though. Anyway, and I'd already made up my mind they were coming out anyway. That's just insane. All I care about is taking care of everything else. I'm lucky in one respect. Nothing can beat me up, control me, as long as I'm not in the body. Being in the body, the stuff that tries, and it can make me screw up and drop something or whatever, but it can't control me. Got too strong for that a while ago. Everyone's messed with me to do, screw up and do things that's not like them at all. The angels, the servants of the original first big male and female, they would take the ones that were given to you, as Sylvia Brown would say, not beating her up. She, that's all she could see. She talked about how the angels, you get to meet your angels. They're going to bless you while you're in the body. Bullshit. Okay, they will put on you to control you, to make sure you have the life they want. If a car's coming, it's going to hit you, and you got more abuse you still got to go through, they can go through you. They'll make you literally make that car, turn it around, get it away from you. You are not going to die. If it's time for you to go, you're going to die. They're going to kill you. That's how it used to be. They're gone. So, there's only a few of them left, and they're pretty damn cool. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be brought back, too. And I'm not even going to go there, trying to explain that. So, there's some stuff I just can't talk about. To be sensed that it has no purpose to bring it out. Anyway, so with the original first being gone and the angels gone, the original angels, that takes all kinds of abuse out of the program, man. They're not beating you up the same way, but then your spirit guides are trying to run your lives. They've never run anyone's life before, ever. Never. Um, they're doing the best they can. Almost all of them really cool. One thing I want to say about the animals, there's a lot of folks, when out of every million animals that are born, it's 3 or 4 out of a million animals born today actually have animal essence in it. 3 or 4. Not 400, 3 or 4. Everything else is human, fey, and fame soul. Human, fey, and or fame and essence. One of those 6. So, and a lot of them, a lot of y'all just wanted to know what it's like one time to be an animal, to have an animal's life, the abuse, torture. You see a bird fly, you say, "Oh, that's so cool. Look at that bird fly. That's awesome." What about what it goes through trying to live? What about getting eaten? What about laying eggs, having to have children, and they're destroyed? How'd you like to have children and then have someone come into the hospital, go into that room where they keep the babies, and then just start eating them up? How would you feel? You're made not to care about it, think about it. Those of you with a lot of heart, you're made to literally look and see dead animals everywhere in the road to make sure it hurts you. So the animals' bodies are going to be taken away, but right now, those people that need to know what it's like to be an animal because they've abused them so much and don't really care about it, they're being put in animal bodies. Period. They got no say about it whatsoever. Some people are just being deleted when they come out. So it all depends on how stupid they are. But a lot of people just want to do it because they just want to see what it's like. It's funny, they've been talking recently a lot about animals seem to become so human now. They're talking with us. They come to get help. Yeah, hello. They're human inside, human soul, human spirit. So, but the animal bodies will leave. That's the immediate fix for the abuse towards animal essence, is to get them out of the bodies. That's the immediate fix. The permanent fix, the cure, the permanent cure is to get rid of the animal bodies. So they're leaving. Period. 2015, February, I did another video saying that the animals are going to start leaving in large groups. They are. It doesn't mean they all die in a month or a week. And people, timeline doesn't work like that. Things need, especially now, things need to be done in a way that's more proper for everyone, with less aggressive abuse. But when the animals die this way, as a matter of fact, let me finish what I was saying. I got a new part of my own, first, this is to the side. I have a new part of what used to be part of me. We consider ourselves still part of the same. It's Black Panther energy, very strong, very powerful, and I've cranked it up, made it stronger. It looks gold as hell. It's got black in it, but which is the aura given off of strength, and it's got major gold in it. Looks more gold than anything else, but you can see the black in it. It's powerful, and it's running around with me. It's not attached to me. It's free, but it's running around there in my head, working with me. And you're going to see my right eye twitch more. Yesterday morning, it wouldn't stop twitching. I couldn't do a video. Couldn't even do one. I was twitching like crazy. Anyway, and that's spirit. What is spirit? There's 5 different fields of energy that create sentient energy called spirit. 5 different fields. The largest and the most important is an electromagnetic energy field, like electricity. Well, it's different though, but it's like electricity. That's where electricity is part of. And what goes through our body, synapses and the brain and everything else, hey, that's it. That's what it is. It's a form of electromagnetic energy. That's why the EEGs, quantitative electroencephalograms, QEGs, and all that stuff, MRIs, there's so much based on that. It's part of our lives, and it's metaphysical. If you can't touch it and hold it, it's metaphysical. People say metaphysical doesn't exist. What? Did I hear that right? Let me clean my ear out. What the hell you call love? I've never seen anyone grab it and move it around, put some in their pocket. Oh, folks, it's silly, man. It's past silly. It's ridiculous. Anyway, excuse me just a second. And we're back. So anyway, February of 2015, I said they were going to start leaving in large numbers. Why did I say that? Because I felt it, I saw it, I knew something was happening. I don't have a date. There's not enough control on the other side to get a date. And, you know, honestly, if there's something that's actually trying to run your life to make it better, which is in a process of becoming a standard that cannot ever be changed, never, in creation, because there's two basic groups, one thing in particular that is so strong, nothing can hurt it, especially when it's free, when it's in its true form, and it wants nothing for itself. Its job is to take care of you and protect you. And the female part of this basic energy, called Lily, all the smaller parts of them, they have love, motherly love. They have the desire to nurture. With these two different types of spirit, and the male being so strong it can kill anything if it has to. It's made, when you're made to protect, you don't go killing stuff unless it's attacking other stuff and won't stop. So the original male and female you had were aggressive, abusive, and they enjoyed it. They tried to make it they did make it finesse it to the point where they had it where they could give you the most abuse, put you through the most hell, but yet try to keep you in a body, keep you from killing yourselves. When you're in a body, it's like you being a physical body being put in a car, and they weld the doors shut, the windows don't go up and down, and it's made out of bulletproof glass. So you're stuck there until either you total the car, which means suicide, please don't ever do that, or it rusts, falls apart. So, or they just come up and open the door themselves, like the angels when they get you out of the body, but that's not happening anymore. So, I mean, there is some times when it happens, but not like it was. There are some good original angels, but things are different than they've ever been, and it'll settle down next year. So, that's how things change permanently. We need governments to try to, real governments, not what any of us have. Of course, if they're being run, it's really not their fault. Now they're not being run, but they used to be in a certain way. They got to be taken away, taken out of position, and new folks voted in. Anyway, so back to the February thing where I saw I felt that I knew it was coming, didn't see what it was, what time, and that's why I brought it up again in the video about mass animal death. So what happens in March, the next month? At the end of it, it's all over the internet. About half the world's population of Sega antelope, which is found in Kazakhstan, country in between Russia and China, they just dropped dead. They just dropped dead. Boom. Fell over. Here you go. Here's a picture of it. That's a long field, a big field. In the one, you can see the mother and the calf right next to each other. It's sad, but they did not suffer. I've had the same thing done with me in a few of my lives and during this life. I didn't die. You know, I'm still here. Once the body dies, nothing comes back in, okay? All the thing about JC, sorry. That's BS. When the body dies, the spirit from the planet gets pulled out, but your spirit actually usually comes out first. And then you come out of that body, you're ready to get the hell out of there. You know, had enough of that life, get me out of here, boom. The other part of the spirit and the body, the two parts of the Kundalini, that's actually a piece of planetary essence that used to be part of Gaia. The spirit within a planet, of course, female universal essence, always in planets. That's all it's in planets. And a little over 11 million years ago, she released little parts of herself, and they would be put in bodies. That's to cause more confusion. Plus a planetary essence. What does that want for a body? What's it supposed to have for a body? A planet. So it gets put in a body and it flows through the core, but it's holding on to that body. And then you're over there in the body having a life, but that's not your body and you know it. Your spirit, sentient energy. That's not your natural body. But the planetary essence, everything in the body comes from the planet, so they grab onto that hard. So when you die, when the body dies, not you, but when the body dies, you come out right away. Sometimes the body jerks and everything when it's getting ready to die and stuff. Happens a lot of times with animals. I've had to send a lot of animals home. When you save animals, you take care of the animals, have all the problems. I've spent thousands of dollars in a month trying to save animals. So, anyway, that's also why some people don't want to die, because the planetary essence part of what you are inside does not want to go. And the two of you, while you're there inside that physical body, the two spirits, the one with planetary essence and you yourself, you've been told so much stuff during that life about hell and everything else. That'll get you scared, so that gets your emotions up. All this stuff, all that is extra rattling abuse. So that when you get out, so when you finally get out of your body, they get one more last rattle out of you. Really, it's a nasty workout, freak you out, and then finally the body dies, and poof, you come out. You get out. You're out of there. It's like, screw this shit. I'm out of here, man. I've had it with that life. Then the original male and female will come up to you and say, "See," or actually female, say it. "See, look, you're so much stronger now. Wow, you did good." When you're out of a body a while, guess what? You forget about everything you went through. You're ready to do it again because you're bigger and stronger, but what people weren't noticing is that these abuse frequencies building up inside them wasn't strength, it was a sickness. And it's getting ready to expand exponentially, which led to the death. You know, that is one of the major factors led to the death of the original first being, male and female. Excuse me. Anyway, so trying to finish up the Kazakhstan issue with the Sega antelope. So then after that happened, of course, a lot of people called me up. Said, "Jay, you know, you said that. Is everything going to die?" I said, "No, not right now. It goes over time, but yeah, it's going out." And they said, "Well, nobody knows what it died of." I said, "Well, they were put down." And then, of course, the next question that comes up is how? Energy can literally just knock something down dead. But with this, in this case, like I said, I've had this happen to me. This is the way George Washington died. I remember very well. If you look at the death of George Washington and you look deep enough, you're going to find out that he didn't just die of pneumonia. He had some sickness with his throat where it was all on the inside. It was all gross looking and everything. It's a breakdown of the immune system. It's actually like a yeast infection, and where you can't breathe. What happens is that the bacteria in the body, and remember these things, they're born, live, die, born, live, die, born, live, die. How many times a day? I mean, come on. These things, the real strong ones, maybe they live, what, a day? 12 hours? And these, the ones that actually protect you, they're your immune system. This little bacteria, when something comes in that's bad for your body, they kill it. They were mutated through like one generation. They were mutated so they'd come out and they'd attack you instead of protect you. So the body, the throat swells up, you're kept from feeling too much pain, and then poof, you die. That's how that happened. A lot of people say, well, Jay, they can't find a reason. I said, you asked me what happened, I told you. You know, it's not that I don't care about anyone, and I'm glad people learn, but I'm telling you what the hell went wrong. And here it is, June. Scientists say, oh, they just found out there's something wrong with the bacteria. Well, I understand they can't do what I do, but it's just frustrating sometimes. And y'all, those of you that are strong, as you wake up, you're going to experience the same thing. Now, I'm no better than nothing because I can see something. As a matter of fact, if I'm so damn smart, I ought to find a better way to tell people about it. I didn't never want any attention whatsoever. A certain amount of it is part of my job description. What I can do, what's being proved, what I can do. And I haven't been on one of the major networks yet. And if I get that offer, I'm turning it down. So, why is that? Because it has to be made not to happen. I'm doing this right now, but other family members of mine that came from Lily and I and some other parts of Arae and parts of Lily, you wait and see what they do. I've cranked them up, made them all strong. I'll be out of this body within a few months. I'll take care of things on the other side. And you're going to have a lot of people doing this. So when a bunch of people do something, what do you have? A movement. You have a movement. When one person does it, what do you have? Oh, Messiah, or something stupid like that. No. No such thing. If something was so cool that it was worth your praise, number one, it wouldn't want it. Number two, it wouldn't allow it. This religion stuff is bullshit. Damn. I didn't know better when I was a kid. A lot of people that are religious, they're cool. I've met so many religious people in all different religions that have so much love in their heart. If you don't appreciate that, then maybe you got a problem. However, the religious institutions, the philosophies, the dogma, is a total ton of crap. It's a New York City waste barge full of fertilizer. Anyway, they're made to be abusive too. Control you, abuse you, turn the other cheek. If they hit you, turn the other cheek, let them hit that one too. Are you teaching me to just be subservient or something? Or let people just beat the crap out of me? Because I got nothing else that I can see but that. I made a video about the bacteria too. Sometimes I feel I have to make a little bit of a point to try and say something. So Sometimes I'm told, you know, hey, put this out, and I'm just like, I really don't care. I'm kind of done with it. I need to get out of this body so I can finish what I started. There's no control on the other side right now. It's chaos. Anyway, back to the video. And it is relative, but not what I want to talk about. Little fey guy. He's what we would call about 27 years old in our years, male. Siobhan out in Ireland is going to start having, she's already started having some classes helping people learn how to see, how to use their abilities. Anyway, so even the little things in life, mosquitoes, fleas, ticks, even ants, well, they don't have to be here. The whole physical world doesn't have to be here. The third dimension was made like a training ground to abuse spirit when in a physical body. And it can be abused best when it's in a physical body. And physical mass must destroy physical mass to maintain its physical life, its physical existence. So the new bodies that are coming, less than 2,000 years, you won't have that issue. And when you die, when the body dies and you come out, you don't die, but when the body dies, expires, and you come out, you go home, and then when it's time to go in a new body, you go in one of the new dimensions. There's 1,762 new dimensions right now. Excuse me. Universes, not dimensions. The way you separate them has a dimensional process to it, but they're actually universes. If you want to come up with a word for it, they're subdimensional. But I mean, it's a subdimension, but it's so close, it's kind of silly, and it's easy for starships to get in and out of. It's like a car going over a speed bump, but let's just leave that alone. I'll probably address that in the third book. Creation, walking through the door. Looking through the door, it's all good, same thing. Looking at your future. So anyway, that's some of the abuse that's been going on. The way the angels ran you as servants. They're gone. The original first being male and female, maintaining the abuse, they're gone. Things are about to change. The problem was them. They made all this happen. The immediate fix was killing them, deleting them because they wouldn't stop. The permanent cure is replacing them with something incredibly powerful, very protective and loving, that doesn't want anything for itself. Get rid of the physical bodies, get rid of 72 to 78% of all the abuse. And then it's going to be more than that by the time it's done. I had said years ago that by 2020 things are going to be a whole lot better than they are. They're better now, but only in certain ways. So that's what's coming. You're going to be able to see better through dimensional barriers. You're going to be able to see your families and stuff. You're going to have lives relative to what you want, to who you are. Some of you, your frequencies are more about exploring, about teaching, being a beautiful, awesome mother. Excuse me, artistic like a sculptor. Folks, those are the lives you're going to start having more of without all the abuse. And eventually we're going to get rid of these physical bodies. Less than 2,000 years. That's when things will be pretty well fixed in creation. How long is creation? How long have we been having lives in creation? When did it first start? With the original Lily and original Arae? Oh, the way we measure things in Earth years. 10.846 trillion times 237. Add that to 10.846 trillion times 26.4. Add them together. That's a little bit less than how long we've been having lives in creation. They've been made abusive because they want to grow you, so they'd have more praise machines. The they there is the original first being male and female. They are dead. They're gone. The original angels were their servants. They're pretty much gone. Some of them are going to be brought back, and I'm not going to talk about that. But anyway, I'll bring it up in a book. How to destroy something and bring it back. There's not much to it, and it's a short thing, and not anybody can do it. So anyway. Time exists everywhere. It's relevant, but you can go through it, okay? And if you're strong enough, you can do a lot of good stuff. Anyway, that's what's going on. And that's what's going to happen. So... if nothing else, that helps you understand a little bit about what's going on and why. And once you can feel it and understand it a little deeper, you should be able to build up a little bit of hope about what's coming. And as slowly as time goes by and you see things change, then you start to have a little faith in it. Faith is a journey. It's a road trip. But you're not going to stay in that one road unless it keeps going in the right direction and the scenery looks good. Hopefully. Folks, I love you, man. This is part of the how-to series. That's how it's going to be done, though. You don't have to do anything. Just be yourself. You want to help out? Relax. Start to learn more about yourself. Let your abilities come alive. They're there. They exist. A lot of them you use to some extent every day, but it's time to change that. You don't need to be cranked up or nothing, okay? But if you do, that enhances the hell out of you. And having source put in you changes what you are. Source energy. No one will ever put source spirit inside you. It's not another body. It's not another mind. It's only the energy from it. But almost everything is soul. Imagine having the source embedded inside you. What's in that? Every frequency everywhere, plus a lot more. But also planetary essence, star essence, animal essence, plant essence, fey essence, human essence. Angel is part of source. There's folks running around with angel energy in them. They're not angels, but they have energy, angel energy inside them. Actually, a little bit of angel spirit. Folks, I love you, man. More stuff coming. Have a good one.